Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for a special coverage about the 11th summit. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inaugurated the 11th summit of the Developing Aid Organization for Economic Cooperation in the new administrative capital on Thursday. Addressing the inaugural session, President al-Sisi highlighted the importance of cross-border investments, technological innovation, and the need to equip young people with the skills for modern economy. The President said that the summit focuses on youth issues and discusses political and economic files. He also added that the summit includes a special session to discuss situation in Gaza and Lebanon. He referred that developing countries find difficulty in achieving development while facing global challenges. The head of state further stressed on the necessity of solidarity among the developing countries to achieve growth for their people and targets of sustainable development. The President, meanwhile, announced a number of initiatives during Egypt's presidency of the Developing Countries Organization for Economic Cooperation. Egypt, as the host country, emphasized its role as a regional leader and economic powerhouse. The summit also tackles urgent humanitarian issues with a special session dedicated to address the ongoing crisis in Gaza and Lebanon with an eye on efforts of humanitarian aid and reconstruction. The 11th D8 summit includes leaders from Egypt, Indonesia, Iran, Malaysia, Nigeria, Pakistan, and Turkey. This summit also discusses strategies for economic growth, youth empowerment, and regional cooperation under the theme Investing in Youth and Supporting Small and Medium Enterprises, Shaping Tomorrow's Economy. This year's summit carries immense importance as it addresses some of the most pressing challenges in the global economy, including unemployment, trade barriers, and humanitarian crisis. The D8 2024 summit strongly focuses on empowering small and medium enterprises in addition to fostering innovation among youth and build sustainable and inclusive economic future for its 1.2 billion people. Now we are joined by our correspondent Mahisty Rabei for Nile TV International that it covers the event in the administrative capital. Hello Mahisty.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, our dear viewer. Indeed, a very important summit inaugurated earlier today by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi with the participation of many leaders of the D8 countries, as well as leaders from developing countries and leaders of many participating organizations. Also addressing the session was via video conference at the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. President Sisi inaugurated the session of the summit, which is the 11th, and Egypt took over the presidency from Bangladesh, which will last till December 2025. Indeed, in his inauguration speech, which is for the summit, which is entitled Shaping the Investment in Youth and Supporting Small and Medium Enterprises to Shaping the Economy of Tomorrow, in the presence of leaders and the leaders of the D8 states. At the inaugural session, President Sisi said that it is taking place amid a very critical situation in the Middle East region in particular and in the whole world, as the Middle East is facing dramatic threats. Indeed, as the war in Gaza is still taking place, while it is taking a very serious twist with the bias and dual containment by the international community, and the situation is also spiraling into other countries like Lebanon and development in Syria. So that's why the President, also with the participation of President Mahmoud Abbas of Palestine and the Prime Minister of the caretaker taking government of Lebanon, Najib Mikati, are taking part and participating in the D8 summit today. Also a summit for the issue in Gaza and Lebanon will be taking place today also in the D8 summit in the new administrative capital with the participation of the leaders. Indeed, also the President said that these very alarming situation in the Middle East, and the economic challenges in the world is indeed affecting the developing countries. And of course, we are bearing the repercussions of these developments, and indeed the development is required, and we are suffering from many challenges on the economic front. And the President also said that the sustainable development is one of the issues that must be tackled, indeed, with also the cooperation between the member states regarding the trade agreements, regarding cooperation in the green hydrogen, renewable energy, and in many fields and domains. Also, the President said that Egypt is going to share his experience regarding the the sustainable development, and also they can experience our expertise and experiences in the field of development through our initiatives Hayah Karima and Takaful and Karama. Also, President Sisi said that during the presidency of Egypt, there are 4 initiatives which are going to take place, like the launching of the network for directors of diplomatic institutes and academies to enhance cooperation among them, launching an electronic competition for pre-university students for the member states in fields of science, engineering and applied technology, launching periodic meetings for the health ministers of the member states, and that first meeting will be taking place in Egypt in 2025 to discuss ways to benefit from the new technologies. Also, there would be trade agreements that would be launched among the member states during Egypt's presidency for the D8 summit. Also, the Cairo communique and declaration was approved by the member states, and today also they approved the request by Azerbaijan to join the D8 organization. Sarah?
Well, Mahisty, I would like to ask you something. For the discussion about the Egyptian initiatives, how they discussed its importance to strengthen the economic cooperation with the 8 countries in sectors such as industry, trade, education and health. How they discussed the importance of these initiatives. Mahisty, can you hear me?
Indeed, the initiatives that were launched by President Sisi that would be taking place during our presidency of the D8 summit and the D8 organization, which will be taking place till December 2025, will focus on many fields of cooperation, as the President mentioned in his speech, that would focus on the trade, that would focus on investment opportunities, especially in the field of AI, green technology, especially green hydrogen, and many fields. Also, the increase of investment opportunity among the member states would be high in the agenda of the program of Egypt and their initiative that is going to be adopted throughout our presidency for the organization, Nasara.
Yes. What are the specific measures that they are talk about for supporting small, medium and micro enterprises to support the youth in the context of the economic cooperation between the 8 countries?
Indeed, that was actually the slogan of the session or the summit, Sarah, that is the encouraging youth and the entrepreneurship. And as the President said in his speech, that the youth are the pillars of our nations. So we have to support them. We have to give them incentives. We have to work together in order to give them proper opportunities to have entrepreneurial work, to boost their economies, and that would be indeed one of the programs and the initiatives that we are going to see during the coming phase of the presidency of Egypt for the 2025 year, which will be having great work in order to achieve that aim, Sarah.
Yes. Mahisty, how do you see the benefit of Egypt from its cooperation with the 8 countries in fields such as agriculture, food, tourism?
Indeed, as the President said, and as the leaders who are participating in the summit today said, that we need all as developing countries to work in one hand in order to increase the cooperation among the member states to face all the hardships that we might be facing during the previous phases because of the economic challenges that the whole world is facing. We have to secure food. We have to work on the green hydrogen. We have to work on renewable energy. We have to work on investment. We have to work on AI. We have to work on different domains and fields which could boost our economies and the economies of the developing countries with their different, of course, performances, because we are having different member states with different economies, but yet we are having many challenges that we have to cooperate in order to face and conquer the challenges that might be caused because of all the challenges and all the crises that the world is facing today, Sarah.
Yes. Mahisty, how the cooperation between the 8 countries can help to face the challenges in the Middle East nowadays? How they discuss this point?
Indeed, the Middle East crisis, the situation in Gaza, the situation in Lebanon, the latest developments in Syria is affecting the whole region. And as the President said in his inauguration speech, that we have to move fast. We have to face the situation in the Middle East in order to avoid the catastrophic repercussions that might affect the whole region and might affect the whole world, because the situation is spiraling and spreading to other countries in the region as well. So indeed, today also in the summit there is a meeting regarding the latest developments in Gaza and Lebanon, and the leaders are going to discuss this very important file which is affecting the whole region and the whole world indeed, Sarah.
Yes. What are their discussions regarding the special session about Gaza and Lebanon to halt the aggression there?
Indeed, as the leader said, President Sisi, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, and the Prime Minister of the Lebanese government, the caretaker Prime Minister of Lebanon, Najib Mikati, said the situation in Palestine, the situation in Lebanon is very alarming, and we have to work hand in hand and to take concrete steps, not only words, in order to face the situation which is threatening, as I said, the whole region, and could spiral to more catastrophic repercussions if it was not met and dealt with soon, and find a solution for the crisis which could be of satisfaction to all parties, Sarah.
Yes. In the part of cooperation between the countries, as you mentioned that they will use the AI technology too, how the AI can play an important role in the cooperation between these countries?
Indeed, in the Cairo Declaration, which the heads of state did agree on, they did agree on more cooperation on the field of AI, in the field of technology, and as the President launched an initiative in particular for launching the electronic competition for the pre-university students in the field of science, engineering, and applied technology, which is giving the opportunity for the youth to develop their skills regarding these very important domains, which is the future of our nations, as well as developing and cooperation in the fields of the AI and information technology.
Yes. In boosting cooperation in the research field, how does Egypt plan to enhance research collaboration as part of its collaborative goals with the other 7 countries?
Indeed, many steps need to be imposed on the ground, and the cooperation among the different states, the member states of the D8, and exchange of experiences, as the President did mention in his speech, is very important in order to reach that in many fields, as he mentioned, especially in the field of health, in order to benefit also with the initiative that he launched today for the health ministers to meet regularly in order to exchange experiences and use the new technologies for advancing the field of health care. That's one of the fields that we are going to use technology in developing that domains, as well as the field of technology and AI.
Well, the summit held under the theme of investing in youth and supporting small and medium enterprises shaping tomorrow's economy. Why they choose this theme specifically? What it reflects on the summit?
Indeed, Sarah, the economy is very important. It's the pillar of the development of any nation. And the youth are the pillar, as the President also did mention in his speech, for the developing of the nations. Yet, the developing countries are facing many challenges, many hardships due to many international and regional crises. Therefore, we have to unite our efforts to exchange experiences, to help our youth to develop their skills in order to try to boost our economies and to unite and cooperate with ourselves and with our international organizations and blocs in order to try to develop our economies and to face these challenges and to give opportunities for the youth for a better future for our nations.
Well, further discussion about the cooperation, the importance of the cooperation between Egypt and Pakistan regarding the investment projects. How will be the cooperation between these 2 countries?
Indeed, Pakistan is one of the members of the D8 and one of the most important states, indeed like others, Turkey, Iran, Malaysia, many states who are participating in today's summit, and of course with the addition today of Azerbaijan. So we have many diversifying economies, many different cultures. So if we exchange our experiences, if we cooperated together, if we work together in order to have a better future, better cooperation, that could work for our benefits. Indeed, many agreements, many cooperation can take place between Egypt and these member states. One of them, of course, Pakistan, in order to have more economic cooperation and more cooperation on different domains as well.
Yes. How they discuss Egypt's role in enhancing inter-trade and economy among the member nations?
Indeed, Sarah, as it was the inauguration session, and of course Egypt is playing a very important role for the member states, as we are all cooperating, we are all exchanging experiences, and that was clear in the speech of the President once he said that we are willing to share our experience in Takaful and Karama and Haya Karima with other states for the sustainable development in order to have a better societal harmony and better engagement with the different sects of the society and the different people, and indeed that would be of benefit to the other member states. Also, we are going to share cooperation in the trade field, and that was in the fourth initiative, which was launched by the President in his speech today, in which he launched the 4 initiatives for Egypt that would be adopting during its presidency for the D8 organization.
All right, Mahisty, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for following our special coverage to the 11th Summit of the Organization of 8 Countries for Economic Cooperation. I'm Sarah Slim. Thank you for watching.